Now we need to get a roll call while we're stuck so we can leave.
Now why would anyone want to move to East Texas?
The northeast corner of Texas is a true land of Fredonia. It's a name that incidentally should have been affixed to the whole United States. The northeast corner of Texas has no more Indians, no more Mexicans, no history, no government. Nothing to confine, delimit, or beguile. In fact, a liberty-loving soul by the name of Hind Edwards even tried a revolution against Mexico 10 years before the Texas Revolution, and that's a fact.
But from what I've heard about East Texas, it's dangerous and wild. I mean, it is, after all, a no man's land. What about academies, churches, bridges, roads?
It's a great investment, darling. Foresight and faith is wealth, and where the blood flows freely, there can be no weakness. Fredonia, Thomas, Fredonia is the promised land. There's even talk of buried treasure there.
But what I don't like about my sister moving is that y'all don't even have a proper mule.
We got a horse named Liberty and a slave.
Yeah, but what I've heard, Liberty don't like to tow anything.
Yeah, Tombo's stronger than any ox or mule. Now, Uncle Oran, what I don't get is why are we bringing a slave to a place like this? Won't you get ideas?
Freedom and slavery are two heads of the same coin, my boy. Without a mudsill class to do the dirty work, we couldn't be truly free. And for the slaves, slavery is kind of like Freedom College. It's kind of like pupillage of the race of Ham. After 400 or 500 years, after exposure to our benevolent and liberty-rich institutions, I'm sure that the emancipation may well come.
Yeah, you really think it's going to take a smart lad like Tombo 300 years to act like one of them New Orleans Crowleys? Look at him right now, he's writing.
Right?
Look!
Boy, what is he writing?
Here, boss.
This is just a bunch of scribbles and markings. It's just a bunch of nonsense, boy.
I know, boss, I know. It's just what I heard you saying.
Now we need to get a hoof fix.
Well, Mr. Thomas, I'm going to have to depart now. I would go with you to the freest part of Texas in the Northeast, but I'm going to hang south about 7 counties to a place like St. Augustine so I can be a help to the public service and the people down there. But before I go, I want to give you some advice, Thomas.
All right.
I know you want to be free, and you want to be a master for that reason. But to be a true master, you must be a true scholar. You want to command nature, but first you must obey it. And finally, Thomas, freedom is the greatest good. Whenever you give your blood for it, you give more than silver or gold can scarcely supply.
Well, thanks, Uncle Oran. We'll see you around.
Travel well, my boy.
Thank you, sir.
What do you say we rest here, Paul? How about I get some wood for a fire?
Good idea.
You just sit there, Mom. Tombo pack the chickens? Hey, Paul, didn't we have one chicken earlier? There's only 8 left.
Tombo!
Sir,
What are you cooking?
just a little possum I caught along the way.
I think I'm catching him right in the act. And boy, is he gonna pay for this with a lot of stripes. Tombo, I think I changed my mind. I think I want A nice big piece of that possum.
Well, it's done to a ton, all right. We slaves like to spit on the possum meat about 6 times before roasting, about 6 times during roasting, and a little bit after, too. Makes the meat a little bit more tender. You want a piece, master?
No thanks. No, no. I think Uncle Oran's right. It's going to take about 400 or 500 years for people like that to know what freedom is. All right, I think right here is fine.
Every pond we come to has more and more scum. The water tastes like soap.
Combo's used to this water. You used to drink stuff like this in Georgia. I can't stand it.
Well, I don't know what the water of Fredonia is going to be like. They got some creeks there and some ponds. As long as there's freedom there, as Uncle Oran says, I think it'll be good enough for us.
Where did Thomas go?
I sent him to a farmer, hoping that he'd find something about where we are.
Paul! Paul!
What?
That farmer says we're in Texas. We're in Freedom Land. Let's go, let's go!
Yes!
Come on!
Let's go!
These skeeters are mighty aggressive in Freedom Land.
Well, it's just been raining frogs lately. I'm sure it'll lighten up.
Paul, how's we gonna live in Fredonia with all these skeeters?
You know what I carried and got from a little town in Mount Pleasant? What could be more a symbol of freedom than this? Water that is red, white, and blue.
Well, look at that, Ma. Red, white, and blue water.
Finally, nice enough to share some spring water.
Together with roasted onions and wild onions and roasted potatoes, a meal that can't be beat as we follow the setting sun.
Uncle Oran says that free peoples always follow the setting sun.
And that's what we're following. And as far as I can see, the sun's setting right over northeast Texas right now.
Let's get a move on.
Now, I know the scholars of Fredonia might be a little wild, but don't go getting in any fights with any bullies.
All right, Mom. I'll
right,
see you
have a
after
good day.
school.
Alright, class, open your books.
wild, the frosty light. The year is dying in the night. Ring out, wild bells, and let him die.
Alright, class. Time for recess.
Hey! Wild bells! Wild bells? You read like a sissy!
I've had something ready for you. You know.
That's so!
Where'd you get that from?
I challenge you to a duel, Wild bells! You accept?
Don't do it, Billy.
I'm not afraid.
Your honor's on the line.
I'm not afraid.
Just calm down.
Yeah?
William, think of your family.
You're gonna stop me and tell me. Thomas.
Oh dear Lord! You just another fellow scholar.
That's so? You think so? You tell anyone! I'll kill you too!
Okay.
How was your day?
It was really an education, all right.
Union is finished.
Angela says that out there in Dangerfield they're forming a unit called the Cherokee Lincoln Killers.
I think Thomas isn't going to be able to go. He's got rheumatism in his right hand and no one wants a man who can't use his hand.
Oh Lord, please put me out of my misery. Help me to go to war.
Why did you run away?
Well, they tried to take away my horse and make me an infantryman.
You know that this is going to cause trouble for us, Cullen.
I know a guy who can get me in the Texas 15th Cavalry. Besides, I'll fight for Texas. I won't fight for Richmond.
You're back! You're alive!
I have fought for my country, bled for my country, nearly died for my country. I quite never want to fall in love with another country again.
Cullen! You're back! You're alive! Oh, now we can start a family. We can have a farm. We can have a home now.
Who are you to order me? I refuse to become culprit to carpetbagger law.
Oh no.
Is that all that will please you? For me to become your slave, your prisoner, night and day?
That's not what I meant at all.
I will say when we will settle down. Now, I and my men are going to continue fighting for against Northern rule in the thickets of Northeast Texas.
No, come back! Cullen, no! No, please, come back!
Sorry to hear about your wife, Cullen, dying at such a tender age. We all be there one day.
It's no problem. I blame it on the colored maid. There's no devotion to the family no more.
I remember back in the day, the 108th Black Regiment, they terrified me. I had to treat them like real northern soldiers, but I never did. They stole my daddy Seaborn's paper just for a kindling.
I tell you, Ben Bickerstaff, them northern freed black slaves, they ain't worth less than worthless.
Oh, I hate those colored folks more than anything in the world.
Be doing a favor just to kill them all.
Now you're talking about a real hurting. You better keep your pipe mouth shut.
I'm talking about making room for the white men, though. I'm talking about freedom. Dixie is dead east to west. The only place he can continue is Fredonia.
Come on in, Thomas. We've been expecting you.
I'm here to present myself, Belle.
She's in the other room.
Hello, Belle.
Thomas!
How are you?
I'm okay. How are you?
I tell you what, I wish I knew how to play the piano. There's a song in my heart right now, Belle.
Oh, Thomas, how can you feel so happy? Our world is no more. We've lost the war, we've lost our labor. Only broken down nags is left in the area of horses. Our own Chapel Hill College at Dangerfield has moved away. I have been pining to see you, Thomas, but more and more I live in dread.
Belle, how can anyone as beautiful as you live in dread? We've got the whole world in front of us, Belle. We could go anywhere. We could be anyone. We could stay here in East Texas, or now that the war's over, we could go to Ohio or California.
And why are you saying we?
Because I want you and me to get hitched.
But what is you really saying, Thomas?
I'm saying that.
Hello there, Belle.
Hello.
See that one-armed hornswoggle boy was here?
Yes, Thomas Orr was here.
No, Bill. I just fought in the war. Right now we fight in another one. You might as well know. Bickerstaff and I have run out all the bluebellies here in Mount Pleasant. Now why ain't you happier to see me?
Cullen, you killed that boy in our school 5-7 years ago. I could never trust you.
Is that a self-defense, Bill?
A six-shooter versus a deranger in self-defense?
It's a matter of honor, Bill. The kind of honor we need now. The kind of honor that's going to protect you from those pistol-toting colored men, the lewd-minded scallywags, the low-town bluebellies that could be back any day now.
Don't.
That one-armed boy ain't going to protect you, Bill.
At least he stayed in the Confederate Army. I hear you deserted.
I joined the Texas Cavalry. They were trying to take my horse.
Cullen, I don't know which way to turn.
Bell, I'm here to protect you. Bell, for thee, the 8th eye, command, I would gather all the falling stars out their as they tumble from ethereal space. I pluck the sun out of the sky, the oriental god of day, as it travels across the blue arches of heaven.
I'm here to see Belle.
She's right there.
Thomas!
Hello, Belle.
Hello there, Bell. As you can see, Bell, you have your two admirers. However, the problem is, one is a one-armed scallywag with a bunch of weeds, and the other is a gentleman who is here to give you a beautiful bouquet of roses for your delight.
Cullen, stop it.
Cullen, you can't provide for Belle, and you know it. I, on the other hand, am a teacher at Texarkana, and I asked Belle to marry me first.
Bell, why don't you tell this young boy to get along before he gets himself hurt?
Boys, we don't have to do this. We can just have a good time today. Why can't we just...
Just what, Bell? I keep the slaves of your family working, just as they should. I've become a company of some 80 men, and I intend to make you their queen.
What? Queen of the thicket? My sister? Lady of the swamp? I don't think so.
Well, that's not your decision to make. It's Belle's. What do you choose, Belle?
Belle, you can trust me.
Belle, I can be your savior.
We can write poetry together.
Provide you servants for the kitchen and laundry.
We'll be able to take vacations, travel.
We'll have soirees every weekend with black fiddlers and
Negro servants in pea-green waistcoats?
For you, Bill, I promise never to touch a drop of alcohol, and I'll accompany you every Sunday to the First Baptist Church.
Only have the finest foods, the best liberties, though. Anything you want, Bill, anything for you.
I choose Thomas.
You wouldn't. I mean, you can't.
I will, Cullen Baker. You're a horse thief, a scoundrel, and a bushwhacker. I would rather die than marry you.
You forget one thing, Belle. I ensure your way of life. The slaves don't work, cotton don't grow, towns won't thrive. And this little one-armed boy of yours will turn into a southern bomb real quick like. As for you, I intend to have a good repartee with you before not too long.
Get out of here, Cullen.
Did you ask?
I did. We're gonna get married.
Oh, Thomas. You don't seem very taken by it. Is something wrong?
Mom, I know Fredonia is a place of great freedom and all, but I'm afraid my life might not last too much longer.
Don't you remember what Uncle Orr said? That sometimes freedom must be purchased, even with blood?
Uncle Owen was so smart, but I just don't know.
What are you afraid of?
Let's just say I've been reading a lot from a good book lately.
In American Eden of verdant fields,
Living free,
like a bride, a pear tree in spring,
in a sleepy glade of dappled sunlight.
blooming with hope.
Oh, Belle, I just love the way you articulate consonants.
Your metaphors, Thomas, are as beautiful as a noonday sun. They send love's tender blaze in my heart.
Well, I must go.
Yes.
Would it be any harm to steal a kiss?
Now, I know a woman who allowed a man to steal such an impertinence before marriage, and she suffered the full penalty.
What was that?
A lifelong labor as a wife.
I love you, Belle. You have a good day.
You too.
Well, here's the school teacher now.
Well, well, well.
If it isn't the best dressed dude in the district. What's up, boy? You wearing a possum for a hat?
Cullen, the Southern lady's made her decision. You're not gonna... Well, Cullen's just here because he heard you were trying to honeyfuggle Miss Belle. That's a serious offense, boy. There's nothing to that and you know it.
Well, I being Belle's sister's husband, of course before the time of the death of my Martha, it is my responsibility chastising you for your impudence. Boy, I'm gonna give you a hurt you'll never forget.
Why don't you just kill him?
He's family. Wouldn't be right. Howdy there, Belle.
Cullen Baker, what do you want?
Well, you know, that bow of yours is looking pretty raggedy. I would have asked him to run off in his current condition.
Why, what have you done to him?
Now, Belle.
Leave me alone! Leave Thomas alone!
Don't run off. With these union men out there nowadays, blue bellies, all these scallywags, you don't know what could happen to a young woman such as yourself.
Please, leave my life! Leave it forever!
Well, how can I leave your life? I make your life. With all these slaves working for you, these emancipated slaves, why do you think they still work for you? It's because I scare them real good.
Well, look who it is here. Well, boy, I heard you voted for the Republicans in the last election. You look like a traitor to me. Please, boss, I don't want no trouble. I don't want no trouble.
We know you don't want to give us no trouble. That's why we's gonna patch you out of your misery.
No,
Fast.
wait, no.
Ready for this?
Ready.
We've already killed 4 of my boys. Please don't kill my last one, please.
Don't worry, ma'am. We don't want your boys. We just need your weapons.
Yeah, we just want the weapons.
Alright, hold on.
Oh. Hey there, boy.
Oh no, please, no!
You and your brothers were traitors to us both. You told the Skillbillies in Silver Springs about us, didn't you?
No, please!
you here? Local leader of the Republican Party? Freedmen's Bureau?
I know who you two are. You're two rapscallions, Bickerstaff and Cullen Baker. You've given our area enough publicity already.
Wait, William Kirkham of Bowie County, Edmund Salzman from Cass County, and now we got Elijah.
Is this your idea of freedom? That you just go around killing people who don't agree with your views?
You know what I hate about the residents of Sulphur Springs?
What's that?
They show themselves to be even bigger polecats than those in Mount Pleasant.
No! No!
Did you hear about this? The local Confederates killed Elijah Reynolds, Union man of Sulphur Springs. I'm glad of it. I wish they'd kill all of those Yankees.
Did you hear about this? Notice is hereby given that Ben Bickerstaff and Cullen Baker will visit the region and on the 12th will continue from day to day until the Radical Party is exterminated. This notice is intended for the colored gentry. All that cannot comply with this order had better hunt holes in the earth at once.
We are here today to commemorate two rip-snorting kind of fellas. One, the new Jefferson Davis of the New South, Ben Bickerstaff, and the other, the Robin Hood of the Sulphur River, Cullen Baker. Vigilance means violence, and when the government, like some blue Santa Fe on your hand, or water moccasins streaming along your feet, wants to bite, quick, decisive, and sometimes even violent action is necessary. And we commemorate these two for doing that latter thing that needed to be done. And I'd also like to say that they are also the first residents of Northeast Texas to get full-length feature stories in both the New York Times and the New York Herald. But even more than that, we commemorate these two today because they helped to keep our government honest. They are helping to maintain our southern way of life, and they're helping to remind us all that we all must work together if we are to advance. Let's hear from them today.
Thank you, and thank you. First of all, I would just like to thank my father John and my mother Elizabeth for raising me as they did, a righteous southern man. Also, I'd like to say, as long as you believe in yourself, all of your dreams can come true.
I too have a piece to add. I remember way back when I was a little old child, working in them cotton fields, had my hands bleeding like knives on skin. And something had to change. Something did change in Northeast Texas. We educated and reformed a mass of colored people. We made this land profitable, and for that I'm thankful.
Thomas, we found you went off and married Belle.
Please, Cullen, just stop it. You can have practically any woman in these parts. Just leave us alone.
You know, you was real selfish to go ahead and marry Belle, leaving her a widow.
What are you talking about?
Ow! No! Set up the limit. Normally, Thomas, we just shoot you. We be lynching for adulterers. That's the only rightful punishment.
Bring him over here.
Don't do this.
It must be done, Thomas.
Cullen, we better get out of here. You're fixing to be hung. We'll leave you for the carrion birds to eat you tomorrow. By the end of the day, he'll be with Belle.
No!
My darling Belle, your husband's dead.
No, Cole, you didn't.
Belle, he's in the hands of a loving God now.
A company of rats would be a more welcome sight than you.
I did it for you, Belle.
My dear, kind husband is dead, and you, a shiftless, sniveling murderer, making my life like hell.
I would have killed hundreds of men to be with you, Belle. I would do anything for you. my life, Belle. Take it. Or I'll take it myself. Just give me the word, Belle. Just give me the word.
Mr. Baker, I am not Lady Anne, and I have read Shakespeare's Richard III. Remember, heaven has no place for murderers like you. I would rather die than be yoked to a fool like you!
I can see I've overstayed my welcome. Good day, Belle.
Well, here he is. So good to see you, Cullen.
Howdy there.
Is Belle any more inclined to you now?
She's just playing hard to get.
She'll probably just take her time a little bit. Say, let's set a spell. I got to guess what I got.
Guess with that Wildcat whiskey?
Wildcat whiskey from Sugar Hill.
Give me some of that.
Give me some of it. Come on, I want to talk about some land that I want.
Thomas! It's like we're back from the dead.
The rope snapped right before I suffocated. Got an awful pain in my neck, and I don't think nothing's broken. You okay?
I'm alright. He was just here. He's over there resting in his blanket. Just the gun. It's loaded in cogs. Just get him. Just kill him.
Okay.
Well, if it isn't Mr. Thomas.
Well, Uncle Oran, it's not good to see
So
you.
good to see you. So good to see
How
you.
you been doing?
You know, the reason why I came down here, besides to see your lovely wife, Belle, is that I heard that you got into a little tangle with a former Confederate cavalry officer and even killed him.
Well, Uncle Oran, he was intruding in family affairs. And it's my honest hope and prayer that justice was done.
Family is the most sacred of all governments, Thomas. And I guess I am proud of you for that.
Well, you shouldn't be proud of me. Just like I'm not proud of myself. And I shot him in the back.
Well, you did what you had to do. But I think it's a mistake to regard the bushwhackers as some sort of murderous Grendel or Dracula coming from the canebrakes of northeast Texas.
I'm sorry, Uncle Oran, I don't follow you.
Son, Texas is the offspring of liberty. It was a child that was born when a free people resisted a corrupt government. My prayer for you is, let that child live, and he will always see brighter tomorrows.
Uncle Oran, what I see you doing down in Austin is more of trying to form a wildcat that only wants to do it at will. Now, I'm not a radical or a scallywag, but me being a Sunday school teacher in Texarkana has taught me this. But there's a difference between the license to do it one wants and the latitude to do it one loves. Love, Uncle Oran, makes all the difference.
Loving tyrants isn't the answer, though, Thomas. Remember what Thomas Jefferson, our esteemed forebear, said, "The tree of liberty is refreshed from time to time by the blood of patriots and tyrants."
Just remember what the good book says, Uncle Oran. If you continue in my word, and you will truly be my disciples. Just like his paper's been saying, you will know the truth, and the truth will set you free.
Well, now, Thomas, I'm not going to dispute with you what the good book says, but I am going to let you be. And maybe up here in Fredonia, you can base your life on the freedom that you think is true, and down in Austin, we'll base our freedom on what we know is true.
Thank you, Uncle Oran.
Goodbye, Thomas.
Bye.